Welcome to class, everyone. So sorry for the delay, guys. We're trying to set up at the back end. I hope you're ready. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell me your name and where you are joining us from tonight. I see Perfect. Perfect has been waiting. I see Theophilus Comfort. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? How was your day as well? Tell me your name and where you're joining us from in the comment section. I love to read from you. I love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. This is going to be an awesome experience. The Young Women Vision Activation webinar, it's a launch into something really powerful and profound. I've been meditating, I've been envisioning, I've been praying, I've been connecting, I've been doing all the things, all the good stuff you think you we can do as visionaries. I've been doing all of those to see that we're actually able to bring this to limelight. And I'm excited today that we are doing this. Welcome on board. If you can see me clearly, let me know. If you can't see me possibly, you can just go to your setting and then you click on quality, go to advanced, and then choose the highest quality there, which is 720. I think what they write there, let me go back, 720p, right? So you just go there and see how you can get the clarity that is required for this amazing session. I see I am fair. I am fair. How are you? Miracle, how are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm excited. I'm excited to have you all in the room this hour. Thank you for joining me. Let's do this on a deeper level. Let's see how we can take transformation to the next level. Please let's go remind others in the room. I'm just going to open the room so that you can always send in your heart in the room so others can see that we have actually started. All right. So others can see that we have started. So after the class, we'll send in the reflection exercise for today and then we close the group again. Okay, till tomorrow. So we have opened the group now. You can also send reminders to the group that we have started, not just miracle alone. You can also do something to set people up on fire for this very program. All right, I see four of you live already. I mean, if we can wait till we get to number 10, that would be great. That would be great. So we can actually do this. So tell me your name and where you're from in the comment section. Tell us your name. Where are you joining from? Where are you joining from tonight? I like to know. Are you joining from Port Harcourt, Lagos, Abuja, London, America? Where are you joining us from? I like to know. Is my sound audible enough? Is my sound clear? Is it very clear? Can you hear me well? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, type I can hear you, Coach Safe. Type I can hear you. All right. Is it very clear? If you can hear me, tell me I can hear you, ma'am. Okay. Where are others? Tell them to join us. I see Sim Anna. That name looks familiar, like an old student in the system. Welcome, Sim Anna. I see Perfect. Okay, we're six now. Four more to go, and we'll take it up. All right, four more to go, and we'll take it up. Okay, Perfect is joining us from Abuja. It's joining us from Abuja. Um, who else is joining us? Okay, you can hear me clearly. Interesting. Please let's go tap in the room that we have started as well. Okay, Miracle already did that, so we can as well be dropping our hearts. Okay, I see nine. When we get to number 10, I'm going to share my slide and we take this to the next level. So we're going to be here for the next 45 minutes to an hour to do this. We're going to be here for the next 45 minutes to an hour. All right. Miracle, you're going to share the link as well to our mentorship community. Okay, the previous group that we had. You're going to share it there. All right, so that they can also join us. Okay. All right. So let's take this to the next level. Let me share my slide. Thank you, Emmanuel. Great. Emmanuel says, I'm happy to be here. Emmanuel, where are you joining from? Emmanuel, are you joining us from Nigeria? Where are you joining from? Are you in this country or you're outside the country? Where are you joining us from or where did you join us from? So I'm going to share my slide now briefly. Right. So let's start off with our session. I've shared my slide now. Can you see me from there? Can you see me clearly? Why young women struggle with clarity and the real reason behind that. That's our conversation for today. I want to say, first of all, that I see you, I love you, I appreciate you, I celebrate you. I'd like you to applaud yourself in the comments. Applaud yourself, celebrate yourself for joining this amazing program today. Celebrate yourself. Type in the comments and say, I celebrate myself. I celebrate myself. Okay? Type it in the comment section. Say, I celebrate myself. Did you see that? I celebrate myself. I like to type it in the comment. I see you, young ladies. All right. I see you, amazing women. I know that some of you are already doing amazing things in your world, and I acknowledge that as well. But before we even go on, you've already told me where you're from. Some process Cameroon. Okay, I see between Cameroon, Nigeria, those were the countries we targeted. Even though a few would also join from our platform already existing. Okay, so I like to also know. I want you to know that if you have seen Coach Faith teach in other platforms, that is the more, I would say, the more professional, sophisticated, put together part of Coach Faith. But on this platform, I'm going to be as down to earth as possible. Somebody should type down to earth. I'm going to be as down to earth as possible. I like you to see me as your big sister, okay? If you can call me mommy. I love the way Cameroonians do it. They say mommy. They say mom. Yeah, that's the right word. They say mom. In fact, they even started calling me mom many years ago. They say mom, right? See me as your mom. See me as your big auntie, your big sister. All right? I like you to see me as such. Because in this community, we're going to be down to earth. Several things I don't talk about in my general community, where it's really all about professionalism. You are going to see that because I see you as that young girl, okay, just like myself 15 years ago, where I would sit down, I would write down my thoughts. My mom would have gone to the market, my dad is out of the house. As the only child of my mom, I would sit down in the house, I would brainstorm, I would read books, right? I would study my Bible, I would write down thoughts and ideas, I would write down so many things. And I remember many times my mom would come back to the house, I'll be sharing with her some of those ideas. I'll be like, Mommy, this thing, I want to do it, I want to run with this. And my mom will be like, oh my God, my mom is not the type that really has all the knowledge. She didn't go to school. So, but she's exposed because she grew up in Lagos. She got married in Lagos. So all of those exposures actually opened her up to a lot. And mom will be like, okay, you can do it this way. I've seen somebody do this. I've seen somebody do that. And then she'll be sharing ideas with me. But even though I had all of those ideas, all right, there was no boldness to start. I even remember at some point I started in my house. I'll bring some people into my house, some young girls in my house to teach them. And I remember my mom said, don't bring them inside my house. You don't know these people. Don't bring them inside my house. So I'll put some chairs outside. Oh, thank you, Sim Anna. All right, I'll put some chairs outside and mom, I will sit with them and I'll be coaching. I didn't know that they call it coaching, that I will be teaching them. All right, I always had those ideas of the vision in my heart, the things that I wanted to do, the life that I wanted to live. But the truth was, I didn't have that mentor, I didn't have that coaching, I didn't have someone holding me by the hands. I've always been a reader. I've read a lot of books, a lot of them, but I didn't have somebody holding me by the hands to say, oh, Faith, you can do it this way, you can do it that way. All right. When this started tagging at me, this very idea of raising young women, I forcefully was like, I don't want to do this because I'm fully engaged. Many of you know me. I'm so engaged. I have a lot on my plate. I started to think about it. God, how should I even do this? At some point, I told myself I was not going to do it. I told myself I cannot do this. All right. While I was celebrating my 35th birthday, it kept on coming back to my heart that I should start off a movement for young women like you. Are you excited? If you're excited, type I'm excited. Say I am excited, could say. All right. It started to come to my heart to do this. I started off a women community many years ago. But at some point, I had to step down because I had other communities I was also running at the time. And of course, I've always led with ecosystem structures, right? I've always led that way. But at some point, I was running a community for spiritual women called Zion Ladies Network. If you go on Facebook, you will see I was running Building Africa Women for women. And after a while, I just had to stop and I had to focus on my reading community, my coaching programs, and all of that. But here we are today. Somebody should type here we are today. If you can hear me clearly, type here we are today. All right? Here we are today because This is not just a one-off event. It's not going to be a one-off event. It's going to be a movement that will surely launch you forth on the path of transformation. It's a movement that will launch you on the path of transformation, right? We're looking forward to raising millions of young women who will be empowered to really take themselves to the next level in terms of impact, in terms of transformation, in terms of spiritual growth, spiritually grounded, as well as um, in all areas of life, right? Financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, they're going to be grounded. All right. And I want to celebrate you for joining us. Now, let's talk about why young women struggle with clarity. How many of you have struggled with clarity before? If you have struggled with clarity, I'd like you to type clarity in the room. If you have struggled with clarity before, like you've been trying to figure it out, you'll be like, oh my God, where do I start from? I'd like you to type it in the comments. Clarity. So a lot of young women struggle with clarity, just like I was many years ago. Just imagine 15 years ago, if I had that level of clarity and I could really take steps, I could really do the needful, I would have been able to do a lot of amazing things even at that level. But I didn't have no where to start from, right? I just had my books. I just had my books. So looking at that, I'm like, I don't want you to repeat the same circle because I know that there are a lot of questions in your heart right now that you don't even have someone to ask. So being in a community like this is also going to open you up to clarity, open you up to dimensions that you never thought existed. All right? Welcome to day one. Somebody should type day one in the comments. Welcome to day one. This is a safe space, a space to slow down, a space to listen to your heart. All right? A space to listen to your heart. Today is not really about pressure. There's so much we are looking at for. Okay? There is so much that we are looking at for. It's not about pressure. It's not about trying to be perfect. It's really not about trying to be sophisticated. All right. It's about the result that you're going to get out of this. Clarity is not something that you force. It is something you grow into. All right. So I needed to go through the process of launching, showing up again and again for me to have been able to gain the level of clarity that I have today. And that's why I'm doing this to say you can be a part of this movement. You can be a part of this initiative wherein we can begin to do something really massive, something really powerful, something really amazing that can change your world. So clarity is not something you force. Did you see that? Clarity is not something you force. It is something you grow into. It is something you grow into. It's a life that you grow into. That's what clarity is. It's a life that you grow into. It's a life that you mature into. And that's why when you start early, when you start now, you activate your vision and you start very early. You are going to grow your clarity, give yourself the next 2 to 3 years. Our target in this community is to raise women, young women like you, who will be so spiritually grounded, financially capable to handle situations without looking for a man or a woman to, to be dependent on. I know about a lot of amazing young ladies who are making millions online. I know of a lot of them. Some of them are in my space. Some of them are, I've even worked with some of them. They're in my space. All right? All the time. When we're going to be having a conference, we're looking forward to maybe a major conference here. I'm going to bring some of these young girls on board to come and share their stories with you. So you understand that some of these things we're talking about is for real. And some of you that are also in this community who are doing something amazing already, you could also become an inspiration to the next person in this community. So we're going to be bringing you on board as well. To come and share your story, to come and talk about the impact that you are making, to come and talk about the amazing things that you are doing in your space, that you are doing in your world, how you are bringing transformation to the earth realm, right? And the amount and the kind of money that you're also making. All right. So clarity is not something you force, it is something that you grow into. It is a life that you grow into. It is an experience that you grow into. Okay? You don't force it, you grow into it. Do you see that? So why are we here today? We are here because many young women feel confused. If you have ever felt confused before, I like to type confused in the comments. Type confused in the comments. If you have ever felt confused before, type confused in the comments. I think some people are saying they are not in the class, so please drop the link. Okay? Type confused. Many young women today, they feel confused. Now, you may not even know that that feeling that you're having is really about confusion, right? You may not know. I had a meeting, I had a program with one of my um, coach and colleague from the UK. Her name is Shaw. We had a session that was earlier this year on one of our athletes, One Book to Impact project. And then she was talking about the confusion she had as a young girl, how that she started reading books, and those books started to open her heart. And in Project One Book to Impact is really a program where you come and share your story. You come and tell us that one aspect of your life that has actually experienced change through just one book. I've read several books, but here is one book I always talk about. Here's one book I always talk about. Miracle will snap it and send it to the room. You can get it anywhere books are sold. Here's one book I always talk about. Understanding the purpose and power of a woman. All right? This book changed my life many years ago. It changed my perspective, right? This, which I want to do you. Give me a comment. I know we have you as the lecturer, all right? It gave to me. It opened my mind to some of the things I needed to know as a young woman and opened my eyes to purpose on a deeper level. So many young women today they feel confused. They feel not potential, but because they lack guidance. All right, but changing the narrative. That is what I'm saying. We are changing the narrative. We are changing the narrative. Today we change the narrative. Today we change the narrative. Somebody to type narrative. We change the narrative today because that confusion that you once had, it's about to receive direction. It's not a bad thing to be confused. All right. The essence of confusion many times is that you lack knowledge in a lot of ways, right? So you don't really have clarity. Knowledge is a prerequisite to clarity. I like to type that in the room. Knowledge is a prerequisite to clarity. If you have knowledge, it will be easier for you to step into clarity. You see that? If you have knowledge, it will be easier for you to step into another dimension of clarity. It will be easier for you to step into another dimension of clarity. Do you see that? So many young people are confused not because they lack potential. They have potential, they have capabilities. Everyone created. Let me tell you, you have potential. Before I grew up, I didn't know how to read English. I didn't go to the best school, but I knew deep that I had potential. Many of them had dreams where God came to reveal to you. And amazing that God don't have knowledge come about it. Right? We go to church every Sunday, we read books, we're confused. We attend we attend we attend classes like this. We get to speak confused. So this ecosystem. Okay, I had to switch my network service provider. Okay, let's work with this. My slide will be up pretty soon. My slide will be off. Let me see if it's back. Okay, my slide will be up. So knowledge is a prerequisite to clarity. So if there are ways you have tried before, you've tried so many things, and it's almost as though it is not working. It's almost as though you're not getting it straight. I just need you to understand that there is so much you can begin to step into by just having that degree of clarity. That degree of clarity can actually set you ablaze for your next level. It can set you on fire for your next level. Are you learning something? It can set you on fire for your next level. It can set you on fire for your next level, right? If you can hear me, type fire, 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 fire. All right? Type fire if you can hear me. If you can hear me, type fire in the room. Or use the emoji. Let's see you. Let's see you. Let's see that you can hear. You can see us. Okay? So when you have knowledge, it becomes easier, first of all, for you to even recognize that you have potential in the first place. All right? Because a lot of times, many people do not even recognize that they have potential. And so it's a problem, right? So recognizing that you have potential is necessary for a start, is necessary for a start. So if you do not recognize that you have potential, it is going to be it is going to be a problem. Okay? So let me add my slide. I think I have to go here. Okay, can you see my slide now? Okay. So you have potential, you have capabilities. So for those of you that are meeting me for the first time, who is Faith Michael? Who is Faith Michael? Faith Michael is a personal development coach. All right. If you are meeting me for the first time, somebody should type first time. First time. So if you have met me before, maybe virtually or physically, or I know a lot of you, majority will be virtually. If you have gone through my class before, just type class. If it's your first time, type first time. If it's your first time, type first time so that we can celebrate the first timers. So I'm a personal development coach. I'm a vision amplifier. Mhm. A vision midwife. That's who I am. When you come close to me and I'm able to really relate with you, your baby is going to leap. Your baby is going to leap. Oh, I see all the first timers in the room. I see Emmanuel Grace. I see Favor. I see Chairman. I see Ayafe. Ayafe is your first time interesting. Mercy. Okay, Mercy has been in my class before. Oh, Mercy Baridi, you are here. Interesting. Welcome. Okay. Class. Okay, they've been my class. So if it's your first time, type first time in the room. So I'm a growth catalyst. That's what most people know me for. Growth catalyst, leading coach. I've done that for several years, and I still do that. I even have a personal development coaching community where I coach every single week. Right? I'm a life and confidence building coach. All right. If you want to optimize your capacity for your next level, that's who I am. I'm also a pastor. I'm a minister of the gospel. I'm a parent, I'm a lifelong learner. So before any other thing about me, first of all, I'm a lifelong learner. Yes, see Mana says class, interesting. Ignition Faith says first time. Oh, welcome all the first timers. Um, Perfect says I can't hear you again, coach. Please, somebody to tell Perfect to join in, go out and join in again, possibly to work. I can't hear you, ma'am. Oh, it's not only Perfect. Who else cannot hear me? Can you hear me? Uh, Please, somebody should confirm that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it clear? Can you hear me from there? Can you hear me now? So, I'm a parent. I am also a lifelong learner. Okay, I think you can hear me now. Okay, thank you. I'm also a lifelong learner. I'm the founder of the Intentional Readers community. Among all the community that I've built over the years, cumulatively, there are over 250,000 followers across platforms. Across platform. Oh, Theophilus Comfort, welcome. All right, across platform, over 250,000 followers across more than 35 nations of the world. In fact, the first time I started seeing people reach out to me from different countries, I think some countries were so surprising. Like somebody would chat me up and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm from Venezuela. Oh, I'm from some kind of country." I think the first time I heard about this country, Solomon Islands, Fiji or Fiji. Some of those countries, they were just so amazing, and I would have to go check them out. I want to say that impact is a sweet thing, and your life has to make meaning. Okay, I need you to know that it starts from now. I started teaching in the Sunday school at the tender age of 21, right? Prior to that time, I've done several other things prior to that time, but I started teaching officially as a Sunday school teacher, teaching mature people at the age of 21. You can see that it has been a long time coming, right? I've been teaching for more than 15 years of my life. Prior to, 20, prior to teaching in the Sunday school, I've been teaching before that time. So What am I saying in a nutshell? That it begins from somewhere. If you are less than 20, you're less than 25, that is why this community has been created for you. You're less than 30. So that you can start now. So that you can start now. You don't get to procrastinate. Okay? Like I said from the very beginning that I started writing many years ago, ideas, my dreams. Is it, you can't hear me again? It has happened again. Has it happened again? Or I should switch? Okay, perfect says first time interesting. Okay, so I think some people are backward on this slide, so they have to come forward to see what's going on. Please, sorry about that. Okay, so I started writing my ideas, my dreams, my vision. I love to read, I love to learn, like I said already, I love to teach, but I did not believe it could actually make any sense. I remember many people laughing at me. They would laugh at me, they would say, "Oh, Faith Michael, how will this thing you are doing give you money?" I will read several books. Maybe one of these days we talk about reading in the community. I will read a lot of books, a lot of books, all right? And they will laugh at me, becoming knowledge worker. Oh, how will it make any sense? How will this reading give you money? But I was just doing it casually. I remember becoming a motivational speaker in my class. I would inspire people. I would go to different classes in different faculties. I would inspire them. I would talk to them about the need for them to be themselves. I didn't even clearly know what I was doing. But just imagine if I had a mentor who could actually hold me by the hand and say, "Faith, this is how you structure it. This is how you take one step at a time. Trust me." It would have been massive. But I didn't know. It was a mystery to unravel. I didn't know. How many of you have actually started to nurse some kind of agenda, some kind of movement? Like you want to inspire teenagers, you want to inspire young people, you want to do something in your community, in your church. How many of you have actually started nursing that? If you have started saying nothing, it may not actually be something that has to do with service because all of these are mentioned and maybe as a result of the services you want to render. It could be a skill that you have built and you're looking forward to serving with that skill. Maybe you want to design stuff, you want to create apps, you want to create platforms. How many of you are already thinking in that line? If you're already noticing something, say I'm noticing something. So impact goes beyond just rendering services like I do right now. I'm a coach. I teach these are services that I'm rendering. Somebody can decide to offer skills. All right. It could be skills. You offer skills. It could be any other thing. I'm going to be sharing that with a lot of you maybe later on because there are different ways to actually begin to structure what you've got to push it out there so that it can be purposeful, it can serve the good of the land, and God can also, all right, help you expand it. Do you understand? So there are different aspects, but not everybody wants to be a coach like a trade. Not everybody wants to teach. Some people have skills, they want to build skills, they want to build some kind of habit that they can use to turn systems around, that they can use to turn infrastructures around. So I also started to volunteer on platforms, even though I didn't have direction. That's if you want to volunteer on my platform, I have to ask questions because people just volunteer for the wrong reasons. Oh, um, Ekuga Tema says, I'm already not saying something interesting. All right, I think Tema, you were the one I spoke with yesterday, if I'm correct, the amazing woman. All right, so I tried different things, but I didn't have direction. I just have passion, but no roadmap. I had fire. Many of you carry fire. I can sense it from here. I had fire, but I didn't have direction. Okay? And that made all the difference. Because I had this fire, I would talk, I would inspire people. People would celebrate me. I remember, as I'm talking right now, I remember a talk show I hosted one time in church, and my pastor came and was like, "You're so good, girl. How did you pull this stunt?" It was so powerful. I interviewed women working in banking sectors, and I was just saying these words, and they were so powerful. But clearly, I didn't have a structure. I didn't understand it. All right, I didn't understand it. So if you're already nursing something, I like to type nursing something. Okay, so research has proven that many young women struggle with identity clarity. All right, many young women struggle with identity clarity. Okay, identity crisis. There is a mismatch. They cannot clearly understand the connecting line between who they are and where they are headed. So lack of direction is what increases anxiety and comparison. You begin to compare yourself with the next person. Oh, I'm better than this person. Oh, that person is better than me. It is usually as a result of lack of direction. It's usually as a result of what? Lack of direction. The reason I will never envy you is because I'm so occupied. Many people live around me. They can attest to what I'm saying. Okay? I don't even have time because I am super duper engaged with work. With work. My time is highly contested for. It's highly contested for. So lack of clarity increases anxiety. Purpose confusion also often leads to burnout. It leads to burnout. Okay? Purpose confusion. There is not, this is not weakness. It is actually the fact that you have not met with what the right guidance. Okay? Sometimes when I have conversations with young people, they're like, oh, coach, I want to do this. Okay, this thing you want to do, how is it going to do this? Why do you want to do it? Majority of the time, they don't have clarity. Envisioning requires knowledge. For you to be able to expand the vision that's been laid in your heart. Okay? So what is purpose really? Purpose is not a job title. Okay? Purpose is not a, oh wow, Sim, thank you for sharing this. This feeling means a lot. Sim says, your journey is so inspiring, mom. I remember the very first time you told me my voice was soothing and we could walk on my feet, that you saw me going places. After that day, I never stayed the same. Oh, interesting. I'm so glad, Sim. Thank you for sharing your feedback. So purpose is not a job title. It is not perfection. Purpose is alignment. I like you to type it in the comments. Purpose is alignment. Did you see that? Purpose is alignment. It is discovering how your gifts can meet real needs. Do you get that? It is discovering how your gifts can meet real needs in the world, in the society. That's what purpose is. It's not your job title. If you have a job right now, that is not your purpose. It is not perfection. Each team actually already work on her speaking, like she said, and she speaks very well. Now, if she loves it, she loves to speak. How can speaking meet real need in the world that God will be so proud of her and be like, oh, my daughter Anna, see, she's doing an amazing work in Cameroon. All right, Anna, where are you in Cameroon? Are you in Boya? Are you in Bamenda? Where are you precisely? And God is going to be like, oh my God, Anna is doing amazing work. She's using her voice to pull people into the kingdom. She's using her voice to bless lives, to transform the generations, to transform lives. Don't you think God is going to be proud with Anna saying? And the truth is, as she continues to deploy her voice, as she continues to deploy her message, as she continues to talk about what she can do and what she cannot do, and how she can also inspire those around her, a lot of people are going to get it. Now, when you step into the realm of purpose, it doesn't make you a hero. It just makes you a guide over the next person. You see, in this class right now, I'm not your hero. God is your hero. I'm just here as a guide. I'm here as an instrument. I'm here as someone that God wants to use. All right. Like I was speaking with some of my girls around. I was telling them, I said, time is coming. You will sit on this chair. I will not teach nothing. You get to teach. Some of you listening to me right now, I will not teach nothing. Maybe in next year, 2 years time, we're doing a conference, we're doing an event, you will be the one to speak. Why I get to see that as a mother eagle, right? And I'm just watching you blossom. I'm watching you do your thing. I'm watching you show up in your essence, in your wisdom as God has given you, right? So that's purpose. Purpose doesn't make you superior over the next person, make you more beautiful more than the next person. No, it just means that you are ready to participate in the kingdom work, the assignment that God has committed into your hands. It means that you are ready to be used as an instrument. You are ready to be used to orchestrate movement, to orchestrate possibilities. That's what it is. Oh, you're in Bafosam. Okay. Hopefully, you'll come to Bafosam and host an event there for our Young Women program, right? So, at the end of the day, it's really a movement to say, yes, this is what this is about. This is how God is leading us in this season. This is what God is bringing us into. All right, this is a spiritual environment if you have not noticed it. Some of you saw my ad. It's a spiritual environment, right? We're going to be praying, speaking in the Holy Ghost, talking to God about our visions and the things that He has laid in our heart. Okay? So, purpose is alignment. Purpose is discovering how your gifts can meet real needs. Purpose is discovering how your gifts can meet real needs. All right? Purpose is discovering how your gifts can meet real needs in the world. All right. First of all, shout out to Miracle. She did this amazing work. All right. She's one of us. She's already using her gifting to serve and meet limits. Don't you like the slide? She did it. She did it. All right. So purpose is discovering how your gifts can meet limits. Now I'm using this slide to teach you, and you are loving it. Miracle has just met the need. Right? If she decides to go further with it, she can expand it. She can expand her territory. She can build a lot around it. Do you see that? Okay. So let's move on to the next slide. Let's move on to the next slide. So why does clarity feel hard? Why does it feel hard sometimes? Because most times the reason vision feels heavy is that you do not have structure. You don't have mentors. My goodness. My goodness. There is no mentorship. There is no mentorship. Okay? There is no mentorship. There is pressure to have it all figured out. There is pressure. You want to figure it all out. Someone will say, oh, I don't have knowledge. I don't know it all. What am I going to say? How am I going to do this? I'm a graphic designer. How many of you are graphic designers here? If you're a graphic designer, type graphic designing. I'm a graphic designer, but I'm not that good. I do not have it all figured out and all of that. If you're a graphic designer, type graphic designer. If you have a skill that you currently offer, maybe you're a seamstress, um, you you do catering. What is your skill? Do you have a skill? All right. Do you also currently render services? Do you currently render services? If you services that you currently render, tell me in the comments. If you have skills that you currently offer, tell me in the comments. If you're currently embarking on impact projects, type impact. Okay, okay, type impact. Do you see that? So clarity needs space to grow. It needs space. So the reason that vision in your heart feels heavy is because you don't know how to direct it. You don't know how to direct it. There's no structure. You do not have a mentor. Some of you have people in your space. You have mentors, but you don't use to mentorship. You have not yielded to mentorship. You're still trying to figure it all out. All right? You're still trying to do it your thing. I know how it can be like for Gen Zs, right? That you are impulsive. Gen Zs are the most impulsive people that I've ever seen. They're impulsive. They want to take action as if they do me. How many of you know the term as if they do me? As if they do me. All right? As if they do me. Okay. Miracle says graphic design. Okay. Who else? What skill do you have to offer? All right. Somebody says impact. Lillian says impact. Miracle says graphic design. Okay, courage. Um, okay, what's courage saying? Um, oh, yeah, Miracle, somebody is praying for you here. She says, may God continue to bless you. Interesting. All right. Okay. Yes, Selma. Selma, I think I saw your status this morning. I was like, oh my God, I think I need to bring her on board. She does professional cleaning services. Can you imagine? I think somebody like Mercy can connect with you to learn more about what you do as a professional cleaner, right? How do you do it? What makes you professional? All right. Okay, somebody says impact and skill. Do you see that? So many of you are going to be offering your services to one another in this community, and you get paid for it. Some of them you can volunteer, right? So that's why when we say share it to your network, let them join. It's not a place to democratize and say, oh, it has to be me and all of that. We are here to learn. We're here to build. Okay. Somebody's into healthcare services, Lillian, interesting. Miracle is for impact. Okay, Grace is an entrepreneur. I'd love to really know you guys. She says oil perfume. Interesting. Miracle can be your customer. And Mercy, they can be your customer. Where do you reside, Grace? Where are you, Grace? In this part of the world. Where are you? Okay, somebody says oil perfume. You see that oil perfume that you sell, you can so structure it, you know, begin to meet real need in the world. You don't just say I sell oil perfume. You can so structure it, brand it, and it becomes a major outlet through which life can be blessed. Mm. This Grace is really an entrepreneur. She also does cleaning services and then she sells palm oil. Grace, you need to start selling me palm oil. Christmas is coming. What do you think? We can use palm oil to make our native stew. What do you think? What do you think? And she teach too. Interesting. She's multi-talented. Yeah, that's that. We're going to talk about that aspect of us as women. We can be multi-talented, multi-potential. We do a lot of things at the same time, and we will be good in them. We are jack of all trades, and we are masters of all. Yes, it is possible. All right. So I really love what you guys do. I'm also into decoration. Oh my goodness, that's interesting. Oh, this lady is doing a lot. Interesting. I love it. You stay in Abuja. Oh, Emmanuel Grace is in Abuja. Great, great. You see that there's a lot that you can clearly begin to do. So the reason it may feel heavy, sometimes you're like, which side should I lean into on a deeper level? What should I begin to do so I don't miss out, so I can get the money I need, so I can make the right impact, so I can offer the right services? It's because there is no structure. There is no mentorship. Okay? Okay, she said you guys should patronize her. Interesting. Okay. So there is no structure. There is no mentorship. The truth is there is no mentorship. So we are looking at how we can begin to bridge that gap so that we can fully structure properly. Okay? Here's the truth about vision. Vision does not start with confidence. When I started out on this journey, I had zero confidence. 0%. Okay? Somebody is into Raincraft. Raincraft, Theophilus Comfort. You're going to tell us more about that. Interesting. I love it. Interesting. All right. Theophilus, you send me a DM and tell me more about what you do. Okay. So vision does not start with confidence. When I started, I didn't have confidence. Right. I had 0%. You know what is 0%? Red flag. Red flag. It starts with curiosity. Vision starts with curiosity. It starts with obedience. You do not need to believe to begin. All right? You just start. You see this thing that you have done and showing up in this class. This is the beginning of it. All right? Team Anna is an accounting and administrative assistant. Still looking forward to launching a personal business. Oh, interesting. Great. Okay. So, if you are launching a personal business anchored in the right vision, it's actually going to set you on fire. All right? A compelling vision. Just imagine Emmanuel Grace that does several things. She can actually build a system around that where she can begin to run with a compelling vision and she can become one of the major distributor of what she says. She can have outlets in different places and she becomes someone that people want to connect with on a deeper level. That's it. Simple. Adebami May says she's from Ife and she's a teacher. Interesting. I was in Ife. I was in Ileife many years ago looking for admission. Okay, so vision is does not start with confidence. It simply starts with curiosity. It starts with your obedience. You do not need to believe to start because you are not behind. You are just early on the journey. And I want to celebrate. I like to celebrate yourself. Kudos to you. Kudos to you for joining this very program because this is the activation you've been looking for. How many of you have been looking for this activation? If you have been looking for this activation, just type activation. If you have been looking for this activation, you've been looking for a community like this, they can actually call your home where you can be more accountable to take your vision to the next level, where you will not be judged, you make mistakes, people will correct you, you receive succor, you receive the right support. How many of you are actually excited about that? How many of you are excited? How many of you are excited? All right, as you get to type activate in the room, I'd like to ask you this question. What do you do naturally? What do you do naturally? Yes. Adema Bamike, that's why we're here. You have a lot on your mind, but you don't know how to start. Welcome to the activation. Lillian says activation. She's activated, right? Welcome to the activation. You are the very reason God laid this in my heart a few months ago to set it up, right? To set it up. I argued with God. I said, God, I don't have the strength to do this lady around. It's going to cost us a lot. It's going to do this. It's going to cost my time, my energy, my resources. And God was like, this is me. You've got to be ready to cooperate. And here we are today. Here we are. I'm excited that we have started. All right. So nobody starts out with 100% confidence. It's something that you have to cooperate with God. It's something you have to cooperate with mentors, with leaders. So that's why this community exists. So the question to you is, what do you do naturally? What do you do naturally? What sets your heart consistently? Or Lillian, Adebamike, sing. What sets your heart consistently? What sets your soul on fire consistently? That each time you sleep, you are thinking about it. You're like, oh my God, my life, my vision, my this. What sets it on fire every single day? What sets it on fire? What are you waiting for? What have you dismissed as too small? Like God has laid it in your heart, you're like, it's too small. Let me share the story. I always share this story. I've shared it several in church everywhere. You've heard it before. Forgive me. I cannot just, uh, um, I cannot just get enough of this story. Is a woman I met at an event last month. A fellow colleague of mine, who's also a coach, had invited me to go with her to an event, which I obliged because I love the topic, I love the vision of the program. On getting there, there's this woman that she's a very big woman, and she started to share a story that she says, moi, 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 moi. What do you call that in English? I think moi, moi is the English word. Or is there another word for that? I have not figured that out. If you know, you can tell us. But then she says moi, moi. And then she was talking about how she was in a place of prayer in 2021. And God laid it in her heart to go and be selling moi, moi. Today she's a multi-millionaire. She has so many people working under her, selling moi, moi. She has branded it now. She has multiple athletes. She was saying it with so much wisdom and courage. And if you look at her, the way she was talking, you could know that this one is not a beggar. She has money in the millions because of moi moi. Started to sell moi moi. Now it was just one idea that was laid in her heart, and she structured it. She started it. She said she started with 800 naira. Um, this Derica, for those of you in Lagos, it could be called Derica or anything. That was what she started with, and today she's doing amazingly well. Okay, so what have you dismissed as too small? Like you dismissed it. You are like, this thing is too small. This idea, it does not make sense. This idea not make sense. This idea does not make sense. You know, follow, right? What have you dismissed? All right. What have you dismissed as too small? The truth is, what you carry is valid. Family, it's valid. Even if it feels small, even if it feels unclear, seed do not look like forest at the beginning. It does not. It does not. Yes, miracle creativity expanded that vision. It expanded more to become a global business. Something that she thought about, oh my God, they owe me, I'll go with the same more. They owe me, why will I be selling more with my beauty? You know, we ladies, we can feel so big sometimes. With my beauty and everything, they will not say she's a more seller. I cannot do it. I cannot do that. All right? That's what the Bible says. Do not despise the days of little beginning. Do not despise it. Though the beginning may be small, okay? Though the beginning may be small, but the later end is going to be powerful. Somebody's into raising crafting. What's that? What's that raising? Okay, I'm going to check that out. Comfort. Interesting. Okay? Seed do not look like forest from the beginning. You've got to be ready to nurture it. You've got to be ready to build it. You've got to be ready to expand it. Do you see that? That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Okay? So we're rounding us for today. We're rounding up. We're going to spend the day one reflection. I do not want to overwhelm us with this day one session. I really want us to just go back and select some of the things I've shared with you. Just go think about your life. You get the day one reflection. Miracle will send it in the room. You download it. Don't submit to me. Just do it on your own. You don't have to submit to anybody. Just do it on your own and use it to reflect. Use it to reflect. Okay? Use it to reflect. I'm going to drop a poll in the room by tomorrow morning to know the different states that we are in. Because there's something we're also looking out for, even as we build. I really want to celebrate you. You have friends in your circle, you can still invite them tonight. You can still invite them. Please and please, I'm begging you in the name of Yeshua and Messiah, right? Invite your friends. We want to grow in our numbers, in our thousands, in our millions. We want to grow. This is a movement. We want to go to different countries, different locations. We want to host physical events. In fact, by January, we're going to be having our first physical event. That's going to be a mini retreat. I'm going to be hosting like 50 of you, max, in the room. So I'm going to be opening that up maybe later as God. You come to the physical venue. We can also showcase it online on our channel so that you can watch the video for those of you that may not be able to come physically. But it's going to be a program where we come together to just reflect about our year and see how we can actually begin to build something really formidable. Now, God has already laid it in my heart. I'm not just raising you to have wisdom, but the wisdom is going to translate into something tangible. You're going to make money. You're going to collaborate. You're going to build capacity spiritually, mentally. You're going to be enabled. Okay, some of you are going to enter your husband house with millions in your bank account. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not kidding you. It's already happening. It's not because we have created this community. It is that the wealth consciousness has increased in the times that we're in. and you cannot afford to be at the back there. And if you're in this community, you're already in that space where you're in the millions, in the hundreds of thousands, you already have it put together. There are other aspects you can also help you put together, which has to do with really structuring your vision and taking your impact global. All right, sponsoring it with the kingdom resource that's placed in your hands. Some of you will capture an essence here. You go ahead and structure it, and you also make money to be able to take that to the next level. Are we good? Are we good? If we are good, type good, good, good in the comments. If you have learned something today, I'd like you to go to the WhatsApp group and flood it. The WhatsApp group is open. Tell us what stood out for you in this class. Not necessarily what I said per se. You can just go there and say, this is what stood out for me to this class. This is the awakening I have received into this class. This is my testimony from today's class. Whatever it is that you want to share. I love to read from you in the room. I love to read from you. Let's take this to the next level. This is the Young Women Vision Activation webinar. All right. This is the webinar we're using to launch to pull you in so that we can raise our first crusaders. All right. First crusaders, collaborators, those who want to join us in taking this vision to the next level. Those who want to join in taking this project to the next level. Do you see what I'm saying? Right? That is why it's almost as though we are small right now. But between now the next 6 months, 1 year, we're going to be in our thousands in this community. In our thousands. I'm not kidding. In our thousands. So we'll be hosting conferences like this to see thousands of young women all over the world joining us in the community. So be glad that you are more like an early adopter. Okay? You are an early adopter right now. So there's so much you can bring to the table. You have skills, you have capacity, you have a lot that you can bring to the table. I like you to connect with the church, connect with the community. Let's see how we can take this to the next level. Let's see how we can take this vision to the next level. If you are in Secretary, I am in. I am in for this. Thank you. The first person to type in the room, Eniju Oloduma. Thank you for joining. All right. So type I am in for this coach. I am in. I'm sold for them. I'm sold for this. I know that many of you have callings in your life. You have an assignment. You have purpose. There is no one person in this room that does not have a purpose. You have it. You have it. Don't hide. Just like I would have looked at myself many years ago and be like, oh my God, I cannot speak well. I grew up with my grandmother. I did CTV up until the age of 16. I couldn't understand English properly. In fact, so many things that would have disqualified me. But today, I stand at the forefront by God's grace, coaching, mentoring, and empowering thousands of individuals across the globe. I usually say jokingly that the first time I coached an Igbo man, you needed to see me that day. An Igbo man had just signed up for my coaching program of $3,000. In today's translation, that's over 4 million, right? I was crying. I was bawling. Like I slept on the floor. My children were like, Mommy, I was crying. And I was just like David. God, who am I? Who am I that you are mindful of me? You see, because I stay put on the path of purpose to nurture the vision that God laid in my heart, to nurture the assignment that God laid in my heart, and I'll be consistent. And I'm not backing out. I know that as a young person too, there are so many people that are also connected to you that I cannot reach. Only you can reach them. That is why this is a collective work. It's not a one person business. It's not somebody who come and say, oh, I'm the hero. Everybody follow me. All right, follow me. You are my follower. No, you are here to build something that will stand the test of time, that will also make it relevant in your generation. Thank you, Sim. Thank you, Sim. Thank you, Ayafe. Thank you, Lillian. All right, that would also make it relevant to your generation. That will make it relevant. So go back and go through the reflection. All right, that will be sent. But I need you to know that there is something that comes naturally to you. There is that thing that stirs your heart consistently that you don't want to sleep. Don't sleep on it. I coach women, men all the time who are in their 50s. Some of them are old enough to be my father, to be my mother. I coach them all the time. But one thing I've seen again and again is the fact that a lot of them did not start early. If they had started early, a lot of things would have made way for them. But this is your generation. God is raising you as a light in this dark world so that you can stand out and truly be an example. Thank you so much for your time. Tomorrow we hope to start on time by 7:30 p.m. All right. Today something came up. I was trying to upload the slide on StreamYard, but I didn't know I was clicking on something else, and I was just agitated. And when we finally figured it out, so by tomorrow it's not going to be like that. Do well to show up on time in class. If you still need the link to invite your friends, please not the YouTube link directly. Give them the exactly. Let them subscribe and be in the in the platform. Let them subscribe to the email list so that they can always have access to our messages each time we want to reach out to them. Okay? Messages and information, very interesting. All right. Good night, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow by 7:30 p.m. What? Bye for now. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. All right. Take care, everyone.